All right, I am live and recording. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose that on that one. I've been playing too many 30 characters lately. I immediately go there. Yeah. Avari does. We already did this. Except me. No, we just woke up. Oh, yeah, we started moving. People that his tribe.
Based on where we are, I think it maybe has just dawned on him then that of all the direction that we are heading is also the direction of home. to the Umaru Mountains.
Hmm.
The who, what, where now?
He curses under his breath. It is likely that the poachers we seek are of my own tribe. This is good. We know where to find them.
Your family took bubbles?
I'm sure they. I mean, it might not be. It could be a cousin. It could be a second cousin. Where family is quite loose in the desert.
You have second
Does that
cousins?
mean you're the nice one?
Second cousins. Yes, of course, and we also take upon new brothers and sisters.
You're the nice one? Yes, of course. Weird.
I'm the
Right?
He can't be the nice one. He has to be the grumpy one, or else that just makes him not the grumpy one, and he's pointless.
What if him being grumpy is like his family's version of nice? What if that's as good as it gets?
Enough of this. We must go. We're losing time.
Enough of this. We must go. We're losing time. That's what I've been saying.
Well, somebody wanted to sleep overnight.
We all agreed. Now stop being grumpy and get on the boat.
Yeah, he gets on the boat.
Yeah,
of
Mr.
course.
Grumpy
Gets in
Man.
position.
Avari gets on the boat and just
Gets
like
on
sticks her
position,
tongue out at
bends over.
Tarim.
All right, so you get on the boat. The wind has picked up, so you're able to have the wind pick up the sails and send your little boat across the desert. And I'm presuming you are going to be trying to track the path that you previously were
Yes.
following.
Yes. Do you guys agree? We very much want to do this.
Yeah. Get
Yeah,
me back my bubbles.
we can get you some soap.
Have soap.
Well, then we can make more bubbles.
It's not the same, and you know it.
But bubbles.
That's insensitive.
It's actually really clever wordplay.
All right, so as you go across the desert, I'm going to have you make a survival check.
Oh boy. You guys
All
want me
of
to
us?
do this?
Or
Whoever is, I presume it's going to be Tarim, but whoever is trying to follow the tracks of the sand sailor.
How
offer
hard
you
is this?
would I be good at that?
You can look at survival. Just pull up
I have
your
3
skill list.
green in survival.
You've got some innate smarts to it then. You have no proficiency, but that doesn't mean you can't succeed.
I think I'm just so desperate that I'm gonna try to help.
Are you looking to do skilled
Okay.
assistance or do the roll yourself?
Oh, can I do assistance?
I can offer assistance from the helm, we'll say.
Well,
like as I
you have probably better survival than I do.
Right,
Well,
but my skilled assistance can increase your skill check. It can
Okay.
upgrade your greens.
But
That works.
the issue is if you do that, you're just losing out on a blue mechanically because I would assume you have the same cutting, do you not? Green 3.
I do, but she gets to upgrade 2 of her greens
Correct,
to
but
yellows.
that is your base roll. So it would be better for someone else to just assist you.
Yeah, but I'm not really.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
too
it's while
concerned
it's
about
better. While it's better,
min maxing.
it's at the same
Sure,
time.
okay.
When has a blue ever actually helped us?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Remember that
That's
time there were
right.
3 blanks in my last, like that one check?
Yeah, no, I remember. I'm looking at it right now, actually.
Okay, so if I have my 3 green, what am I adding?
So it'll be from the GM's perspective, it'll be 3 purple and a setback die because the wind has partially obscured
Before-
the path.
Jenny, don't roll yet. Before you roll, you just, like you said, you have 3 green. Click that little button that's a green / yellow with the little up arrow, the upgrade button. Click that twice
Okay.
because you're getting 2 upgrades from Tarim, giving you some direction, giving
So
you
I
some
should
idea.
have 3 greens, 3 purples, a black, and 2 multicolors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot of dice.
Then do it.
Watch them all fuck me, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like look there. The blue would have done nothing. Like here. Just to prove a point. Fuck.
Even
Asiya, fuck yourself.
that's
It
so
would have been a
funny.
wash.
What the fuck?
It's a complete wash.
Fuck
Fucking-
yourself.
But that was to prove a point.
I love it. I love the idea that the in fiction Karu's like, but if you do it, like, why don't you just Tarim step away from the helm and do this yourself? And Tarim's like, I can't be bothered right now. And Asia's like, look, Karu, I'll help just to prove a point. Walks up. Oh man.
Oh, dear.
So wait,
Oh,
That is
we failed to check
that,
1 through.
that is the
the
weird thing
success-
about Genesys is that unlike SWRPG, Genesys doesn't limit assistance to one other person. It limits the amount of benefits you can get by the GM's discretion.
Mhm.
so I'm gonna say, so with a failure,
Mhm.
you end up crisscrossing the desert,
Ugh.
and you're not really able to like find the path because the winds have been blowing, and have obscured the path from you. The threat
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use to say you wasted a lot of time.
God damn it!
No.
Never let me roll.
So I want to try something.
Okay.
And I don't know how this is going to work, what the difficulty will be, but I want to try it. Would it
To
be
prove your
possible?
point.
Would it be possible to use fire bending to basically like try and sense the energies of things that have moved through the area?
Oh.
Oh.
Are you trying to seismic sense with fire? I have
Do
seismic
it.
sense.
I don't think that's seismic sense what was being described though. I'm thinking more so like I got imagery of like the swamp, like using the swamp's roots, and there was like that
Yeah,
light
because
pathway.
and the reason I ask is because firebending in this new edition is has like internal energy control, and I was wondering if it would be possible to basically externalize my inner energies into the environment to try and find the energies of other things.
Where did Asya learn this?
Waterbending.
I suppose like, it makes sense.
Similar. Let's see here. So it's kind of. I'm just thinking. I'm going off the fly by this. It's kind of like energy reading, the master
Mhm.
form.
Yeah.
But instead of using it to guide heat along the passageways of a person's body, you're kind of looking for like these like remnants, like from across the desert to try to spiritually read the energies of people that have passed through. So I'm going to say I will allow you to try it, because you don't have, as far as I know, you do not have the energy reading form, correct?
No, I do not have the energy reading form if it still exists in this new version.
It does.
Okay.
But I like what you're going with. So what I will say is you can make a hard, so 3 purple check.
Yep.
With 2 setback die due to the heat of the desert is making it hard to distinguish between the energy, the warm energies of the people that have passed through.
Okay.
hard to.
Okay, which bending arts do you want me to use?
We're gonna go with intellect here.
Okay.
Gotta
Yeah.
use your smarts. Leverage your
You
smarts.
got this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bubbles
Okay.
And
depends
you do have a
on
story
it.
point.
Yes, I do have a story point, which I will use.
Come on, get us back, Bubbles.
Okay, let me just go over my talents to see what's going to be useful here.
When we are in town, I will need to pick up some darts.
So, GM, as a precursor to this, can I use augment to try and help out, or is this basically this is what it is?
Give me 1 second to think about that. Using augment. I'm going to say yes, and I think narratively that would be you basically taking the time to get in tune with the spiritual and heat energies around you.
Like a meditation of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a meditation. Yeah.
Okay. So, funny thing, fire augments base difficulty is easy. And I have picked up empowered as a as something I can add on to it for free.
All right.
So
Oh shit.
Yep. So if I pass, it will give me 2 ability dice instead of just 1.
Yes.
All right. And I will not upgrade this one.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. Augment is active.
Luch, do something good.
So, like, I'm gonna flavor this as you see Asiya, like, we come to a stop because obviously we're lost, and I have a feeling that like Avari, Tarim, Karu, like they're all arguing about this assistance thing. It's like, but there's this, there's that. And Asiya just kind of steps off of the
Basically, like real life.
yeah, just like real life. Asiya steps off the sail as she just kind of puts her hands together, and you see like this small spark of lightning kind of flash across her hands as she puts her hands to the puts her hands to the ground and starts trying to extend her internal energies out into the world at large. And then this will be the intellect check, which will have that. So it'll be slightly easier, but I will spend a point here. So
all right.
And hard. So let us have some fun. There we go.
Hey, yeah, go Asiya.
All right, so you definitely succeed. So you are able to kind of track those energies across the desert. But what would you like to do with those advantages?
Find him immediately, please.
So with those advantages, I would say that the most pressing thing on her mind is reading the state of the energy that Bubbles was in. Was in when he was passing through this area.
So Bubbles' energy does not seem like it is a healthy energy. It seems full of like it was almost like injured. And you can feel that there is almost like a sorrow and pain
Bubbles,
associated with the
bubbles.
energy.
Asiya. Asiya stands up and says, I have the trail. We must hurry. Bubbles is
Okay.
not well.
What's wrong with him? What's going on? What's wrong with Bubbles? I need him.
I do not know for sure if he is physically injured, but his spiritual well-being is at risk.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know this?
And she's smart.
One of the aspects of firebending is the controlling of the internal energies. This was taught to me by my father. Part of the aspects of waterbending is to use external energies. I have mixed these two disciplines my entire life, and while it was difficult, I was able to extend my internal energies into the area around us and catch a glimpse of the energies of the people that were passing through.
Tarim looks at you very thoughtfully.
I'm also
And then
how much strain would that second one have done? I imagine that it is not an easy process, considering that it's something I thought up on the spot.
We will still go with the 2 strain.
All right. Yeah.
I reflected the difficulty of the process by way of the check with the setback die.
All right.
So yeah, that's where the difficulty came in, was more so than it being particularly draining on you as a character.
All right. Yes.
looks at you thoughtfully and then heads back to the helm. I will take your word for it, Firebender. No. Asiya. Asiya the heat reader. I'm not good with
Just
nicknames.
call her mom.
I called myself Gilamon. If you
Just
if
call
you
her
recall.
mom.
I will not do that.
Wait, Gillibon's not your real name?
No, his real name's Grump Grump. We've been over this.
Good one.
No, Gilamon is not my real name.
Well, what's your real name? Why are you using a different name? That doesn't make any sense.
We haven't time for this.
Okay.
Yeah, Grump Grump's right. Let's go find Bubbles.
He sets the course.
And Asiya gets back on the boat, and somehow, some way, there's a bunch of sand in her boots, despite that she was on the ground for all of 5 seconds.
Ugh, I don't like sand.
It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
All right, Anakin Skywalker.
God damn it, Rack! You made the joke before I could.
Technically, I started it.
Yes, Avari did start it, but I always jump on it.
Can I sandbend the sand out of your boots? The utility.
You absolutely can.
Hey, just wait until I create glass bending.
That would still be more of an earthbender thing, I think.
Yeah, but I can bend the molten glass.
It's in
what?
Kyoshi.
What if it's like lava bending with the
In the Kyoshi novels, Kyoshi gets filled with glass at one point, and through sheer desperation, finds the earthen particles within it and rips it out of her body.
Shoot, I really need to read the second book of Kyoshi.
It's so good, man. It's so good. There's some really good stuff, and it doesn't like introduce so much new stuff that it's like, well, where was all of this during, 100-year war era? Because like they do that a lot with Star Wars, for instance, where it's like all these background characters have these really important roles, but like, where were they?
Right.
Well, that is a product of Disney Star Wars. In old Legends Star Wars, they all died.
rip?
Oh, that's good. sorry, that's my tangent. Everybody needs to read the Kyoshi novels if you haven't already. The Dawn of Yang Chen novel will be out in 3 more days, and I will be listening to that immediately.
Oh my
I read the
god.
first Kyoshi book.
I mean, I just pre-ordered the final Wax and Wayne, so my money's spent.
What? There's a new
you
Wax
can
and Wayne?
You can pre-order the audio. It comes out in November, and it's Wax and Wayne, and you know I love Wayne, so I am so excited.
Oh shit! I didn't
I'm
know there was another one.
So
Yeah, it's the final Wax
it's
and Wayne.
it's Mistborn. Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series.
It's so good.
What's up?
Is this the gun one?
Yeah, this is the Steam era, the West era, or whatever you want to call it.
The sexy era.
All right, sorry to detract here.
No, you're fine. I always love a good tangent.
Gee, I'm gonna steal the fan from you.
Bubbles is in pain. We have the trail. We go. We just
There's
go.
Bubbles.
Yeah, no
All
more
right.
delay.
So you're able to make your way across, and it's late afternoon by the time you end up reaching the mountain pass near the Plains Villa. There's a small village nearby, full of old huts and buildings that have seen better days.
You said this is the mountain pass or the Plains
Yeah.
Villa?
So the Plains Villa is what it's called, but you're near the
Okay.
mountain pass itself.
A small collection of huts. Do I recognize these huts? Is this a place that I've been?
I would say. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I feel like I've probably been here.
Yeah, I would say that your character's been in there. This is the area that your sandbending tribe was familiar with, so you would have gone here to like do some trading, resupply, things like that.
Mm-hmm. I've been here before, but it's been like 30 years.
I forget how old Gilliman is sometimes.
Yeah,
Relatively.
he's an old man. He's not an old man, but he's an older man. He's 36. So yeah, no, it hasn't been 30 years, but it's probably been like 20 plus years since he's been here.
All I can think of right now is the Titanic meme saying it's been 94 years.
Do you want to hear the story or not? And then Leo.
Yeah, Leo unfortunately would not be making an appearance in this game. I don't have that much pull.
No,
Oh.
that's fine. He's only got one Oscar. We couldn't get him anyway.
That hurts because he deserves more than just one fucking Oscar.
All right. So what do? You're outside of the small village.
We're out of the village and we are finding Bubbles, and I am keeping my eyes peeled the entire time.
I mean, it's. Do we make the stop here, or would Tarim know, like that there are more collections of villages? Like is there a place like a stable at this village, or is this just like we can get it at the next rest stop kind of thing?
If there's a rest stop, we are stopping to interrogate everybody.
So this is the last village before you get to the mountain pass. So there is it's more of like a city of Gowling is on the other side of this mountain.
Okay,
but
so
there's nothing in the pass itself in terms of villages or anything else like that.
okay, the mountain pass is uninhabited, and then on the other side is Gowling.
Yes.
So wait, this is Misty Palms or this is not Misty Palms?
This
No,
is the
not
Plains
Misty
Villa.
Palms.
You were heading in the general direction of Misty Palms and the Plains Villa, but the actual path took you through the Plains Villa.
Okay.
If I can see that there is a village nearby, I am hopping off the sand sailor, and I am running into the village, and I'm going to just start yelling, "Has anyone seen a Bubbles?"
And Asiya
a little
will
bit more specific.
grab Avari and cover her mouth.
How far out from the village are we?
You're about well, I mean, Avari just kind of charged right into the village. But initially you were all about a tenth of a mile away from the village, so quite close.
Okay. Tarim is looking for a place to park, essentially.
I'm just fighting again, just like trying to keep bubbles.
Home. You're not going to get anywhere if you scare off the people that have him, if he's here.
Asiya is right, Avari. You don't know these things. This will require finesse.
So she's gonna kind of,
I didn't know
she's
you had
like
that
kind of,
talent, Gilamon.
yeah, she's gonna glare at Gilon and be like, "Oh, like you have finesse."
No, I don't have that talent, but
Didn't think so.
I do have a particular set of skills that I have perfected over many of my years in hunting and tracking without being
You miss
compromised.
you miss Liam Neeson. I hate you for it.
Yeah, no, I started out with that quote, but I forgot the rest of it. So
You will find them, and you will kill them, and you will bring him back.
There we go.
I-
Thank
And
you,
then
Avari.
you have skills that make you a nightmare for people.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
exactly. Well, I have to save that for when I threaten the people who won't give us the information.
You just have to
okay.
threaten them with a good time, and they'll give them right back to you.
You know, I
Try
can
to
threaten
have
them
a
with a
good
good time.
But yes, can we park this sailor? Is there going to be impediment to this? Is there
Don't worry, we'll put the steering wheel lock on it. We'll beep it. All the good stuff.
I really think somebody should stay with it.
Someone should stay with it.
I'm not staying with it. Nose goes.
I'll stay with it.
But you're the earthbender. We might need you.
I'll stay with it.
Honestly,
But
Karu
you're the death deliverer.
Karu is probably the scariest one. If he sits on that thing, I don't think anyone's gonna go near it.
Okay. You can make like ice spikes around it so no one touches it.
I don't think there's
Get
a lot
some
of
waste
ice
from
here. Isn't
water.
this like a desert town?
Yeah, this is a desert.
Yeah, this is not Misty Palms. There's no oasis that's here.
This is poopy.
I
Like the
still
Wild
have,
West place, right?
I still have my two filled water. Karu puts his hand on his two filled water canteens like it's a revolver, and he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
we
funny.
in the rough.
Pew pew.
Yes, we are in the arid plains of the Southern Earth Kingdom.
Yeah,
Sounds a lot like the roughs.
Yeah, there's a lot more like it's kind of like a scrubland type of environment. So lots of like short growing plants, things like that, because you are near the mountains.
Wow, 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 wow. I can't do the whistle.
Yeah, neither can I.
Yeah,
I
it's
cannot
one of
either.
those.
God, I wish. Oh, this would be. I wish Tarim had like spurs on his boots.
Flip a story point.
No, he's wearing. I forgot he's wearing chainmail. So when he does, he steps off the. When he jumps off the ship, there's a little jingle to it. Yeah, every time he walks, click click, and a jingle.
Am I still being restrained?
Yes.
Avari, you want? Yeah, we're walking into town. Karu's being left behind, I assume, by himself.
Yeah, he's staying with the
I'll be
car.
okay.
If anyone can take care of themselves, it's him.
It is Karu.
So is Asiya like carrying me? Am I being dragged? What is my?
You will walk on your own 2 feet, and you will be quiet.
Okay, Avari takes that as she has permission to walk on her own, and she walks quietly but briskly ahead of everybody.
Nope.
Like imagine like a mall walker.
I will hold you to us.
So she's gonna keep trying to like, as you have her like held back.
Yeah.
She's a toddler on a leash right now.
Yeah, effectively, I have my hand on your arm, just keeping you by my side.
You guys are all wearing like blue, right? Except Kiki, who's I imagine wearing like looks normal and not out of place here. But
Yeah,
Avari and
using
Asiya,
white.
you guys are wearing like water tribes clothes, aren't you?
More white than blue, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which I imagine has been like tailored or stripped down or whatever for desert travel.
That's
But
why it's more white. Yeah, the
Yeah.
overcoat is back on the car, and she's just in like the white, like I guess you could call it an undergarment with the pants.
Okay, so as Asiya grabs you, Avari, as Avari's like running off, Tarim will continue. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves, and the two of you are already, unfortunately, sticking out.
I left my bells out of my hair. I'm fine.
The more discreetly we can move through this town, the easier it is we will be able to gather information without tipping off those who may want us to not know these things.
I mean, if you want, I can always carry you like a princess.
I'm not a princess. I'm a healer.
I hate to say it, but my recommendation here is that the two of you split together. See what you can find out posing as the, tourists in town.
Alright, I'll do my best, but I'm not the most social of people.
That's why you have Avari. Avari is the most social of the two of you I have seen. Avari, when you split, then, well, when you pretend to be a tourist, you can ignore what I said and feel free to speak your mind. Just don't talk about, but don't talk about the bubbles.
So she's gonna just run off ahead, since she has permission now to not be like quiet, and she's going to look for like the first shop that she can find.
Yeah. Did you
Just a
tell
quick
us to split up or to go together?
the two of you to go together.
Way.
Okay, yeah. I
So that it
guess
looks
I'm
like
following her.
you guys belong together, but not in town. So like, the people look at you and just be like, "Oh, tourists, outsiders," but like whatever.
That way, Tarim and I can maybe blend
in a little bit more. Yeah, that's what my thinking is. Kiki, you are with me.
Great.
Great.
Oh my god, you just split me and Kiki up.
Before Avari runs off, I was like, now like it's like you can do this. Like if you pretend to be a tourist, you can ask about like the local fauna and like just like be interested in the types of animals that come through these parts, and then that could be your
love animals.
But don't talk about bubbles specifically. Just
I could talk about my pet I had back home.
Yeah, you could do that and ask what like if people have seen like other pets like in this area and what they look like, and if anyone describes anything like bubbles, then you'll know and you'll get some information that way without actually talking about bubbles.
You know what? This is gonna sound horrible, but we can benefit from foreigners to Asian, where we all look the same, so we can say we're related.
Oh, you like because you're both water tribe, and you're like, oh yeah, of course we're related.
My second
all
cousin's brothers.
related. All foreigners.
Yeah.
Duh.
We all look the same.
It's like that scene from Spaceballs where it's my second cousin's brother's nephew's sister.
Sister's aunt's roommate.
Yeah.
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. All right, so walking to town, I'll describe a little bit more. The town is quite small, so this is not so much a town, but very small village. There is one shop that catches your eye, and it's Tab's General Emporium. And Emporium seems a bit of a stretch given how it seems slightly run down. The shutters are slightly askew on the window. There is a lot of sand built up around the entryway, but that is the main attraction to the town. The rest of the village looks like it's small, like family huts and things of that nature. There is a small well in the middle of town.
There's a well.
Yes, right in the middle of town.
So I'm going to run up to the well, and I'm going to. Oh, wait, no, I'm playing as a tourist. Okay, cool. So Avari's going to be 100% Avari and run up to the fountain and start making small ice sculptures of the different animals that she's seen back home, of her pet, of everything. And she's going to make like a small little ice menagerie and see who it attracts.
I laugh because I just realized this is probably like their only source of drinking and working water. And you're gonna come up to it and be like, "Let me play with it with my bending."
Yep.
They're gonna
Tourists.
hate you.
Yeah. But the thing
Oh.
is, you can give them out and they can drink them and cool themselves off with them because they're ice.
Sure.
Like Freezy Pops.
Yeah, exactly. And
So-
somewhere out of nowhere, you hear the entertainer playing on a really bad sound system because I'm now the ice cream man.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Do you have a white band
So-
too?
I'm wearing white. Does that count?
Uh-oh.
All right. So as you make your little menagerie, there's a couple of children who are playing with a ball outside who see these wondrous ice sculptures. And one of them comes up to you and is like, hi, my name's Jin, and like you're making like these ice sculptures and they're really, really cool. And like, can I have one, please?
Yeah. What kind of animal do you want?
Oh my god, you found Western Avari.
I want. I can't decide. And she's just quickly looking over all the animals, and then it looks like it's her brother who's near her, due to the family resemblance. He's just kind of shaking his head. He's a little older than her, and he's just like he's mouthing, "I'm so sorry for my sister."
Oh my god! You know what? Here, I'll make you. And she's gonna lean real close to the little girl. I had this friend Squeakers back home. He's really, really cute. Do you want me to make you one of him?
She says, "What's a squeakers?"
So she very quickly pulls out some water and bends into what looks like a wolf bat, but the ice is a whiter color because he's a white Arctic wolf bat. And the wings are slightly out so that the little girl can like hold it by the wings. And she hands it to her and goes, "This was my best friend back home."
And she says, "Oh," and she grabs squeakers or the squeakers facility, and says like, "I love squeakers," and then takes a big chunk out of the ice as she noshes down on it.
Isn't he so tasty?
That's not disconcerting at all.
I'm so
She's gonna
glad
glance
I'm
up towards
protecting
the.
Sand Sailor.
Anyway, as Avari is playing with the little sister, because children when excited will blab about everything, Asiya will look to the older one and will say, "Sorry about my daughter. She's a bit she's an excitable person, but she's good at heart. Is there anything interesting about this place? We are tourists, as it would seem."
And the older child looks at you and is like, "Tourists? Why'd you come here? We don't get many people here besides the Sand Tribe."
We may have gotten lost in the desert.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we don't have much in this town. We have Tab's General Emporium, and he is quite the fellow. He kind of deals with the Sand Tribes, the members in town. But other than that, I mean, there's really not a whole lot going on here. To be honest with you, I find this town pretty boring. And you get the sense from him that this child is bored out of his mind living in this very, very small village.
Really? We are bored out here. Nothing exciting ever happens.
We get the occasional like animal that passes through that are interesting. And sometimes the Sand Tribes members bring various goods that are really cool. But Papa is never able to afford to buy them from the General Emporium.
Have the Sandbenders brought anything recently?
They came into town late yesterday. They had this great big beast with them. I'd never seen anything like it before.
Really? That's interesting. I've seen many beasts on my travels. I do not think there's anything like that in the desert.
Yeah, I had never seen one before, but they ended up going to see Tab to talk to him about, I think, selling it. I don't know. You'd have to talk to him. I was kind of scared by it, but to be honest with you, it seemed like it was a ferocious creature.
Well, even the most ferocious creature have their soft sides.
Yeah, you tell him, Mom.
Yes.
Mom.
And she calls me it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, but I thank you. You might be able to alleviate the bored day of these poor tourists.
Of course, happy to help, and thank you for making, or for your friend making these little ice sculptures for my sister. It's, to be honest, probably going to be the highlight of our week. And he kind of looks down at the ground and kind of sighs. You get the sense of weariness that he's already jaded at the age of 8.
Avari is going to very quickly make a platypus bear and give it to the older kid.
And now, not only have we found a desert kid Avari, we've found a desert kid Karu.
And they are brother and sister.
I love it. While they go do the well, Tarim and Kiki go off, not to Tabs, but I mean, Tabs will be a hot destination, no doubt, but I feel like it would be better if we congregated there. Are there any tradesmen or other, like, is it just Tab and his general store and then everybody else here is a resident? Or are there like, is there a blacksmith? Is there I don't know, do they got somebody to repair their roofs?
They have a so you're not able to find a blacksmith shop, but there is a carpenter's store nearby that deals with repairing roofs. Also seems like they do some thatch work as well.
Oh.
What kind of work? I didn't hear.
Like carpenter and thatch work, so working on like thatch rooftops.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They may have, if they came through town, they may have needed repairs. We could stand to probably take a look at our own sailor before we head out. Why don't we take a look at this carpenter? See if he saw anything.
Kiki will nod, like, yeah. Our sailor's in pretty rough shape for being a little bit of a hack job to begin with.
A little bit of hack job. Yeah, it is.
I mean, isn't it made from part of a wagon?
Yep.
Yep.
That is not wrong.
You know what's funny? Just to fit the Western, it's a cover top wagon. So it's a cover top sand sailor.
I love it.
I swear by my pretty floral bonnet.
We head to this carpenter.
So as you near it, you can see that it's called Jin's Carpentry. And you can see an older man who looks like he's in his mid-50s. He's got this fierce black beard that extends down to his waist. And he's got some earrings made of gold right in his ears. And he's got these sharp blue eyes that seem to pierce through as you approach. And he's like, welcome. We don't get many visitors here.
Fair travels, gentlemen, sir. Jin, I presume.
Yes, it is I, Jin.
Jin, you seem quite lively for a man stationed in the hot, arid location such as this. Others seem, well, to put it candidly, bored.
Who could be bored living in a village like this? And then he kind of looks around at the sheer emptiness in the wasteland surrounding them, and kind of chuckles. And like, oh, you can always choose your outlook, my friend, and I choose to be happy, unlike some of the other villagers here.
Oh god, he's Doc.
Is that the guy from the Vox Machina, Vox Machina?
Doc?
I'm imagining this guy is like the Amazon show. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, Vox Machina, you're right.
Vox Machina.
Let's-
Like,
Oh, you think he's like Gilmore?
I don't remember the name of the store owner, but this is what I'm imagining.
Gilmore,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Oh, I've never
Gilmore's
seen that show, so it's a happy accident.
Yeah. Well, Jin, I was wondering if you have time today to do some repairs and some light work on our sailor this today.
A sailor? You have a sailor? And he looks excited.
Tarim raises an eyebrow. Yes, of course we do have a sailor. Looks at Kiki, like, why did that pique his interest?
I would imagine sailors coming through here all the time, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have the Sand Tribe members come through here, and we trade with them certainly, but they're often quite reluctant to have me work on their sailors. They don't trust me after that one accident, which was totally not my fault, by the way.
Accidents happen all the time in the desert. One man can hardly be to blame. Tell me,
I was a little bit to blame, to be honest with you.
a man honest with his work. Jin, tell me what happened. Where did you slip up? If I'm going to purchase your services, maybe I should know what I'm getting into.
Well, you see, it was my first time working on a sand sailor, and they're beautiful works of art, really. And I was working on reattaching kind of the mast where the sail attaches to, and I wasn't paying attention, and I may or may not have accidentally loosened the sail, and then they went out and they ended up having the sail fly away in the wind. Then they had to walk back to town and try to get a new sail.
Jin, I can't tell you how many times that happened to myself. That's hardly an accident worthy of admonishment or exile. Come, why don't I take you to our sailor, and you can give me an estimate or quote on the time and resources you will need to conduct your work.
Certainly, I would be more than happy to. Jin is always happy to do work.
And on the way there, Tarim will question him. Maybe obviously Kiki, you can question him too. But his primary question is, when was the last time you saw a sailor?
Why, well, just yesterday, in fact. It looks kind of like yourself, and he points over at Tarim.
You mean the pilots, the drivers of the sailor looked like this?
No, the sailor, dummy. The sailor looked like you.
Oh. Then they have an armored sailor.
He just rolls her eyes.
What is Tarim's intellect? Just by chance? Is it 1?
No, it's 3 actually, a little above average, but.
So he's just being facetious, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yep. But yes, it was.
Did it stop in? Yes. Did it stop in town? Was it passing by? Did you happen to repair it yourself, sir?
Well, it didn't need repairs. This was a beauty of a sailor with these nice, bright green sails. I hadn't seen anything like it before. But they were carrying this great beast with them.
You said bright green sails. That's unusual.
Yes, it costs quite a pretty penny, I'll have you know, to dye a sail that color.
Is that right, Jin? How much would you say? I've looked into some cleaning solutions for my own sale. It is not cheap. I can't imagine dyeing it is cheap as well.
Well, I don't really deal with the sales so much, but my best
Oh,
guess is
if you had to guess, you're a businessman.
it'd be about a couple hundred copper pieces to dye a sail of that size. The green
Ah,
pigment is quite rare, and to be honest with you, most people don't want to spend that type of money just to make it look nice.
yeah. This is, Tarim falls silent as he falls into contemplation about like who would do something so ostentatious, so opulent.
Right.
Who in my own, within my network of tribe, the various clans, is it my cousin, or is this like somebody who's distant to me? Like I just don't know.
Kiki will
The
kind of
gang of Sand Tribe it's a sailor gang. They call themselves the Dust Devils. They
Oh, the
go
Dust
around
Devils.
they go around with pipes and they find other sand sailors and hit the people off of them and kick them.
No, these are rascals. These hooligans.
I'm making it akin to a biker gang at this point because they have the sands. They're like pirates. They're sand pirates.
Oh, pirates!
Kiki will lean in to Gilamon and just to like the other guy, like, and whisper kind of thing, like, are green sails common where you come from?
I mean, above the table, I don't think they are, but Melon Lord is creating fiction here. So does Tarim know what is and is not common?
Yeah, you would know from spending your time in the Sand Tribe. So most sand sailors, when they have their sails, are kind of like this canvas like looking color, right?
Yeah.
To have pigment usually signifies that it is a wealthier family within the tribe, where they are trying to show their status by elevating their sand sailor.
Tarim knows this and relays it to Kiki. Whoever did this doesn't need to do this. They have money. They have wealth. Perhaps this is where they get it. I don't know. It
But
could make
also,
sense.
Bubbles is pretty exotic. Like, they could just be collectors too.
They could be collectors. The Sen tribes that I know are not one to opulence. We move around, is what I mean. It can be hard to maintain a desert caravan or a nomadic lifestyle if you must tote around all of your exotic creatures, some of
Heard.
whom may not survive in the desert. But I don't know. I don't know. Jin, this is the sailor right here.
And
Tarim waves to Karu.
Karu
Like,
waves.
hide, get out of the way.
he's like, "Welcome, friend, welcome." And he looks at the sailor, and he's like, "This almost looks like a wagon." And he looks a little confused.
Yeah, we just sort of had to make do. Our last sailor broke down, so and it was totaled. We totaled our last sailor, so we kind of just had to hack this one up.
Well, you do what you have to living in the desert, I suppose. Ha 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 ha.
You know.
Well, Jin, take a look. Feel free to touch around, poke around. I would like an honest estimate from you, sir.
I only give honest estimates. I've only given a dishonest estimate once, and that came back to bite me.
My dude.
Sketchy dudes.
Jin looks over at your sailor, and he's like, You definitely you got some rocks that have kind of flown up into your sail here, which has caused some damage, and some of your woodwork. I don't want to. And he kind of thinks for a second. I don't want to judge another carpenter, but it seems a little shoddy at best. They could have done a better job at this.
Tarim mutters on something under his breath about what's his name?
Bo.
Bo? Was that his name? Yeah.
I thought it was Bo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo will not hear this. I'm going to give Bo an earful when I see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you know Bo?
Yeah.
No, Bo.
No. Like, give you a solid.
Yeah, he did me a solid in the past. I think I had flipped a story point to say that like I knew Bo. Oh yeah, because that's my my archetype ability.
Like, know a guy?
Oh yeah, it's yeah.
Not archetype, but career ability. Yeah, is to know a guy.
In this case, it was Bo. So he looks over and he's like, "It'll be 75 copper to fix this up. Your sand sailor is not in too bad a shape."
Oh, 75, you say?
No, Karu takes a sharp turn there in the desert.
I look into my coin purse and I count 1, 2, 3, 4 copper pieces at the bottom of the bag.
You know what Tarim thinks is, oh, Asiya always has money on her.
I have money.
An allowance.
Can you do you think you could cover this? It's been a while.
You know, for a guy that makes his money doing a lot of odd jobs, I would say you probably haven't done enough of them lately.
I have been traveling with you and trying to keep you all alive.
Money management. I've been traveling with you too, and I still have money.
This boat is my boat. Where do you think my money went? This boat is where all of my money. I had to borrow money from Avari just to pay for the boat.
Oh shit! You did. You took a loan from Asiya, not Avari.
I hope we're arguing in front of this guy.
Asiya, yeah.
Jin just kind of looks at all of you and he's like, "Oh, if payment's an issue, we can figure that out later." I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject.
Uncle Guillemot is just always begging for money. I got this one, Uncle.
Just so you're aware, I currently have 450 coppers.
I have a lot more since we updated our characters.
I have 4 money.
I have 240. We're good.
You should probably. It might not make sense, but my recommendation: invest in sound investments. Invest in the cabbage business. Get your dividends.
Or just get an allowance like I do.
I mean, the sound investments you can narratively say it's for anything, right? It's just
narratively anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
the GM can also decide that the current events of the adventure make these funds temporarily unavailable.
Wait, what?
The full text of the talent. It says how the money's earned is up to the player and the GM and could be actual investments, be it business dealings, or even small legal or illegal side business. The GM can also decide that the current events of the adventure make the funds temporarily unavailable. So, like, you can't get your 100 sound investments because you're in the middle of a volcano. Where do they come from?
The cabbage man is everywhere.
I would also say that being in the desert, you may find some rare gems.
The Cabbage Man is actually a multiversal entity. He simply teleports in between locations every time he is needed to provide comic relief of a cabbage cart being destroyed.
No, I ship it. Yeah.
I ship it. No, I refuse. I will not get sound investments. I will make money like an honest man.
Side
by
note,
killing
if you
people.
Want to turn this cosmic horror, the Cabbage Man is also a great old one.
Yes.
Oh God.
So Knight, are you saying that Asiya is a warlock?
Yes. All your characters are warlocks, Rack.
So Jin is looking at this conversation and is like, "Wow, these people are
Literally insane.
Is Karu just
Wow.
sitting there? Like,
You said 75 copper?
yeah, 75 copper."
75 copper won't be a problem.
Jin, how long will the repair take?
Oh, just a couple of hours. It's not too complicated of a repair. It looks like someone named Bo worked on it. I'm gonna leave my mark too, if that's fine with you all.
Oh God,
Are you
she's
gonna
needing
tell us
sponsorships.
about this fender that we dented? Like Kiki's like treating it like it's like a car, where it's like, oh, we got this little scratch here. Can you like just buff that out? Gotta
Do you have some more window washing fluid?
I mean, to be fair, there probably are like wood burns on it from when Asiya made it a rocket boat.
Scorch marks, yeah.
Remember that?
light body
Yeah.
work, nothing great.
We might need to like lacquer and weatherproof this thing. Just so that your water and your fire aren't like destroying our own ship.
Well, also, are we gonna be sticking with it once we get out of the desert?
Once we get out of the desert, we can put wheels on it, and it'll be a really weird wagon.
Yeah, there's wheels in the.
Yeah.
There's
Oh yeah,
wheels
there
in
are
like
wheels on it.
well, there's wheels. I imagine the wheels have to be like put on or taken off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
On the
Yeah.
back
inside.
of the seat.
They're inside the pontoons.
Yeah, they're like inside the
It's a
storage space.
transformer.
So this is our.
It's a boat. It's a boat. It's a sand sailor. It's a wagon. It goes everywhere.
Fly? Does it fly?
We
It
don't.
does
have
fly, but it
airbenders.
doesn't.
Oh
It flies, but it
wait,
doesn't land
wait.
very well.
If we put a hot air balloon on it, it can fly.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Tarim leaves Jin to conduct his repairs and heads over to the fountain where he sees Avari and Asiya handing out ice sculptures to the little children. I'm just trying to get the gang back together.
Except
And you
for
get a
Karu.
penguin
That
steel,
we don't know at all.
and you get this. And she's like running out of animals,
Tarim comes up and
and you get a. Oh,
Oh,
hi.
it's Uncle Grump Grump.
I would like very much an exotic creature, something from not of this land.
I mean, me too.
Oh, perhaps we can talk about this.
I've heard this fucking conversation before. I've heard this conversation before. Like 2 months ago, heard this conversation before. So I'm very confused at the moment. Why I'm very confused. I got like the biggest sense of deja vu right there.
Oh man.
Oh. Anyway, Asiya will says, "Oh, from what these children were telling us, there was a merchant that was speaking to the sandbenders, and they had a quite exotic creature that doesn't belong in the deserts."
Yes.
Wait, can I? Sorry.
We heard that the merchant is very opulent. They have dyed their sails bright green as a sign of status and wealth.
You mean the sandbenders? The sand
This-
tribes that came through?
Whomever has bubbles has a very nice sailor.
Are the kids still here?
Yeah.
No, I assume I pulled, like I stepped away.
Oh. Yeah.
So
Because I was gonna have Avari Avari's gonna be like a sketch artist person, right? Where it's like, oh, describe this beast that was there, and she'll try to like make it, but she knows what it looks like.
yeah.
She'll just create bubbles.
Because I was wondering if I could use my bot information, since I've been bribing the kids with ice statues and whatnot, as a way to get more specific information on the kind of what the people are like, if they have any like proclivities or whatnot.
I see what you're doing. Sure, go ahead and start interacting with the kids. I will say you don't have to spend currency like it says that your currency
Well, the
was.
ice is the.
Yeah, the ice is the currency.
Okay.
So let's see here. Times difficult to the check.
The ice is the currency.
I mean, it makes the kids happy, and happy kids don't shut up.
Yep, so that will work. So start interacting with the kids, and then I'll role play the kids.
Okay, so we're just going through. We're making animals. So wait, what? What was this monster you were talking about? Was it scary?
It was so big, and it looked like it was this dark creature that had like this like big horn on it, and it had these like almost like a harness on it with like a seat, and it looked like I
But
think
you
they
can ride this monster. You can ride it.
well and the older boy says, "Oh no, not me. I'm not brave enough for that. I know my place, and it is not on top of a beast like that."
Ooh. Okay, so she's gonna start making bubbles and adding on details as the kids describe. And what did it? Where was the horn? Does it go up here? Does it go back here? Where do I put the horn?
It's right from its snoot.
On its
says.
snoot! It's got a horn snoot! Okay, so she's gonna exaggerate and make a bigger snoot than Bubbles actually has for the horn.
I love this.
Boop the snoot.
And,
Yes,
and
that is the snoot.
That's a snoot! That's a snoot! It's a really big snoot! Oh my goodness! And what did it have, a tail?
Bangs.
Yes, it had this magnificently big, thick tail that I was worried that it could just enwrap me in, and
So she's gonna then make a much more exaggerated tail that kind of looks like it ends in a whip point. We know it's Bubbles, but for the sake of the kids, we're elaborating and exaggerating these features.
Oh, I love it.
That's not gonna go wrong at all.
they
It's
get
a
to like,
tail.
yes, it's it. It's the beast.
This is it. Oh,
It
that's
is.
scary. Oh my god, that's really scary.
Yeah, I was kind of scared by it, and the boy kind of looked sheepishly down at the ground.
But they took care of it. They got it away from here, right? Like it's somewhere outside of the city.
Yeah, I think, and the kids say Tab would know more, but I heard them mention something about a bayfong.
A bayfong. What's a bayfong?
I don't know. It's maybe a person.
Maybe. Do you think that these bayfongs are okay? Do you think that the monster's gonna hurt them?
I hope the monster doesn't hurt them, but
Oh my god. What if they need help?
I don't know. A Tab would know more. I was eavesdropping, which Papa says I shouldn't do, but I mean, I was just
My
so.
mom tells me that too. And she's gonna glance up towards Asiya.
But no, I was just so intrigued by this beast. I just had to. And then Papa caught me, and then he took me by my ear, and he points at his ear. He's like, you can see how red my ear is. Papa, he dragged me right off because I'm not supposed to be dropping no eaves.
Oh, I'm gonna make just a small little like thing of ice to put on his ear. Here, that'll help. That'll help. We gotta. I need to make sure that these people are safe. This monster could hurt them. Where can I find them? I have to protect these people.
I think they left, but Tab would know where.
Where's Tab?
In Tab's Emporium, he says, and it looks like he's imitating Tab for a second.
Oh, I'm gonna check in with him because if these people are taking care of a monster, then they might need help. And she leans in real close.
Oh my
I
god.
can heal people. If they get any boo-boos, I can make them better.
Please tell me that Tab and the carpenter are the same person. Like
It's a total doc situation. I guarantee it.
Well, you have to go to Tab's Emporium to find out.
Okay. Thank you so much. I hope your ear feels better. And she's gonna just give the boy like a big hug.
And the boy kind of squirms with a hug and reluctantly accepts it.
Thank you. I'm gonna make sure that this monster doesn't hurt anybody. She's gonna run off towards Tabs. Come on, Mom!
Well, it would seem that my daughter is calling me, Mr. Gillamon.
Yes. Perhaps we should go see what your daughter is about.
Hmm.
Thank you, children. And he'll pass them. He'll toss them his remaining 4 copper coins.
And the kids shout, "Yay! I can get a new toy!"
All right, that's
Really?
good.
I'll just look at him. Really?
uh,
No wonder why I don't have any money.
Asiya sees that the coin pouch being empty and says this. You know, you're never gonna pay back that loan like that.
I'm never
Get
going to pay back this loan so long as I'm with you and I can't find work, real honest work. I can't tell you the last time that I've even done a bounty. What was it, Hotfoot? Hotfoot?
That was like not that long ago.
Maybe
Run a bounty.
you should
And we
invest.
didn't.
You should
we
invest in the
barely-
cabbage business.
And also about that, you wouldn't have gotten that bounty if it weren't for us. Asiya and Karu goes to the heavy lifting on that one, my friend.
I would have found a way. Come on, we don't want this.
Asiya is still missing her left sleeve.
She'll wink. She'll wink at it like, sure, crazy uncle.
Anyway,
you guys just wait, man. You just wait. One of these days. Shit, I do need money though. I need to get new darts, and I have no money.
Mommy?
Let's. What?
Sorry, mommy. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, Asiya's not gonna become Dream Sugar Mommy.
Mommy?
Fucking hell.
Not that meme again.
No. All right. Okay. All right. We had to tabs. Tabs.
We're going to tabs.
Yep. So you go to
Tabs.
tabs.
Totally accurate battle simulator.
And Tabs is located quite near where your sand sailor was. And you see a man who looked very familiar to you.
No.
It looks an awful lot like Jin, but he's now changed out and has a big canvas apron on, and he's got even more earrings on. And he's like, "Welcome to Tabs. I am Tab. How are you?"
Hello,
Your
Mr. Tab.
tab. Avari. And she holds out her hand.
We just
Jin?
to look back and point. Didn't we just see what?
Obviously, this man just said his name was Tabs. Why do you call him Jin?
Mr. Tab, sir.
Do you have a twin? Do you have a twin?
I do have a twin. In fact, his name is Jin, and he is quite interesting fellow. He's, to be honest with you, he's always been a little bit of the odd one out of the family, if you know what I mean.
They're exactly the same.
Okay. Avari, why don't you take point here?
Okay. Hi, Mr. Tab.
Yes, I am Mr. Tab. Although that's really. Yes, go on.
There, the kids at the fountain. I was playing with them, and I was making them little ice sculptures. And here, and she's gonna make one real quick, and it's just like this really big like flower, like a lotus, and she just like hands it to him. Here you go. Anyway, they said something about a monster, and that you might know where that monster went, because whoever is taking care of this monster could get hurt, and I help people that get hurt, and I don't want to get hurt if they're dealing with a monster.
There was no monster. There was a magnificent Komodo rhino, which I have not seen in many years.
You've
Those
seen
things
a
are
Komodo rhino
dangerous,
before.
though.
Oh, this one was a sweet beast. I gave him some scritches, and he loved the
Wait.
scritches.
How do you know what this beast is?
You gave him scritches?
Well, it may surprise you, but Tab used to be quite the adventurer and used to go all over the globe looking for.
An arrow to the knee.
What? Sorry.
You know what?
Nothing.
This is Doc. This is Doc. He just hasn't gone to the Fire Nation yet.
No, wait a second.
He's like a 20-year-old man right now.
Yeah, I love that.
Jin said knew nothing about this creature.
Well, Jin's a little bit. His mind's a little bit addled. He he's spent a little bit too much time in the sun, if you know what I mean.
I understand. Sun sickness is a serious disease.
So is daughter sickness.
I do beg your pardon.
Anyway, this Komodo rhino. What happened to it?
Why, it was sold, of course.
Sold.
Who bought him?
Well, I have in my emporium many wares, and I get to know many people, and I have some contacts over in.
Bought him.
Well, technically they don't have him yet, but it was the Bayfongs who bought him.
What's a Bayfong?
Well, it's a rather lavish family in the city of Gaoling.
Would you happen to have their address?
I've never been to Gaoling before, but the Bayfongs are well known there. I'm sure if you went over there, you'd be able to find your beast.
Would you consider them aristocracy?
What's to see?
Nobles.
Fancy folk.
Oh, fancy! Oh, very fancy indeed.
I see.
I guess it's time to get those rings
Karu?
well mannered.
We're doing my bells.
Okay.
You know that. How do you know that the Bayfongs have purchased this creature, but has not been delivered? So the creature is still with the tribesmen that brought it through.
Yes, they were heading to the pass. I think they were gonna take a long sleep this morning. They seemed quite exhausted, and
Heading to the pass?
Yes, the pass through the mountains that would bring them to the city of Gaoling.
Tarim breaks off and heads back to the boat.
Okay. What does everyone else do?
I want to get all the information I can on how fancy these folk are and just how much privilege I need to prepare.
Do you know what tribe the Sand tribe were from?
Well, they had some of the same markings as him, and kind of points to Tarim. Tarim kind of sprints out the door.
Well, we may have found our negotiator. Thank you, Tabs.
Welcome, and feel free to always have a tab open here.
Is there anything? Oh, I have a shit negotiation, so is there anything in the store that is useful?
He's got some like old weapons that seem a little rusty, to be honest with you. They don't really seem to have been flying off the shelves in this very small village. He's got plenty of food wares and clothing to travel across the desert. Those sorts of things.
Should we grab weather gear because we're probably gonna have to go across the desert again?
Yeah.
No, I mean we're gonna go through the mountain pass and then we're done with the desert, aren't we?
So we need provisions.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the mountain pass and then we're gonna go back through the desert to get to where we were going.
Exactly.
Where were we going again?
No, along the coast.
Okay, I'm real confused on where we were even going. I'm gonna be honest.
Hold up, let me pull up the map that we put in our.
Let's go to the map.
Oh, you were going to the Fire Nation.
No, we left Omashu just because. We just left Omashu.
No, we left Omashu. Karu and Asiya were planning to go to the Northern Water Tribe.
Yes, that is true.
That's right.
And then there was a nice trip to Wan Shi Tong's library, and then Bubbles was taken.
We don't have to go. We could go through the swamps.
All right, I guess we're gonna test the boat theory real fast.
I will say, in game, it would, because it is a sand sailor with some modifications. It could become a boat.
I love it. A
Kinda like
wagon. It's by land, by air, by sea.
It's not good at any one of these things, but it does what it needs to do.
It's
Exactly.
Well, all we have to do is cover the outside in mud and have Kaye harden it.
I
in
mean,
the rock.
Also, all we need to do is take like 3 sessions to get to the Northern Water Tribe and we're good. I need like 40 XP. Not for anything combat related. I just need to get enough animal companion to get a polar bear dog.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Animal, it's unfair. I want an
Oh yeah.
Asian.
Speaking of which, you'll notice that curiously, there's been another Gillicorn lizard that's been like following us from scene to scene.
Did you pick up a
Do we
second
know
one?
that it's not? Do we know that it's not?
Oh, it's in the background. I don't think any of our characters are like
Oh,
cognizant
is
of
it
this.
is that your narrative justification for getting Beastmaster?
Yeah, it is.
So, and Tarim, as you get back to the boat, you see Karu having like a stare down with with like a vulture sitting on one of the huts, and you just hear bueno bueno. He's like hand over the water pouch,
Like,
and then he sees you approaching, and he's like, it was very clear that he was like kind of messing with the animal, and he quickly tries to look serious again.
Cute.
he
That was
said,
so cute.
meat.
Karu, are you? Did I interrupt?
No, it's just defending the sand sailor from a vulture.
Scram! He tries to like shoo the vulture away. We have to go.
Did we get our repairs done? Did that happen?
I don't care about the repairs anymore. We got to get the jump on these boys.
So
How are we gonna get the jump if our car's broken?
It's not broken. They're just minor repairs.
Minor repairs. Your face is a minor repair.
Burn.
I
We have
bet
to eat.
is
gotta eat the loss.
is Jin somehow working on the sand sailor as he walks out?
Jin is in fact working on the sand sailor.
Yeah, Tarim pauses for a second. Huh, maybe they are two different people.
You got here so
Men.
Yep. No, it's once again we're dealing with a multidimensional entity. It's Schrodinger's tabs.
Of course.
All right.
Everything's okay.
Asiya and probably the others come out afterwards and says, "Tabs?
Tabs, that's my loony brother. I am Jin.
It did get here really fast.
Karu, man the jib. Help me get the sailor ready to go.
I'm gonna help get the sailor ready to go.
And Jin responds, "Wait, you're leaving already? I haven't finished using the sand scraper." And with that, he holds up his hand and he's kind of taking out the scorch marks on the sand sailor.
Look, Jin, it's nice. Consider the remaining payment, a tip for quick and hard service. But we must be going.
Just wasting
So
Kai's
not only
money
are
like
you
that."
using my money, but you're also not even like getting. She just
We
like
have-
sighs and rolls her eyes like this guy.
You're not an entrepreneur.
I didn't know if you were so fast and loose with your own money.
He's fast and loose with your money.
Hey.
Look, we can demand recompense from the obviously wealthy merchants who have stolen our property when we get to them.
Clear, it's gonna be coming to my pocket and not your pocket.
Sure, whatever.
All right,
The sooner we get Bubbles, the sooner we are done with this fiasco, and the sooner we can get.
Look into the money manager.
Well, I mean, if we want to get there fast, I can always do what we did with the sand shark.
You will have to jog my brain.
Fire boosters.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, Tarim would remember this immediately. Yes, his eyes go wide. You could do
Let's
this
do
again.
it.
Oh, so we're gonna have to get another 75 for someone to fix it again. Yay!
I'll pay for it next time. It's okay. I'll ask my mom, dad,
I'll ask.
somebody.
I'll ask.
Those are reckless. Reckless.
We're not reckless. We're unintelligent.
Efficient, right?
Efficient.
Yes.
Yes, efficient.
That's
That's a
correct.
word.
That's it.
All right. Well, let's get moving. I would like not to blow up the town in the middle of this.
Yes. We move. Let's proceed.
Here's your
With-
75 coppers.
Well, thank you. And with that, as you leave, you see someone else run out, and it is Tab, and they both wave at you in the distance.
What the hell?
Hey.
What?
Bye.
Huh.
Huh.
I guess they were different people after all.
And then they merge into one.
It's
Haven't
a
seen my final form
mirage.
yet.
It's a mirage because we're in the fucking desert.
Yeah, you're not quite sure. It looks a little miragey over there. So, is it one person or is it two? You'll have to find out next time because the session is done.
Yeah.
Are we going in there? All right.
And in the distance, I will leave you with this. You can, as the rocket boosters, for lack of a better term, are firing off on the sand sailor, you can hear the mighty groan of Bubbles in the distance.
Oh.
Oh.
Dun,
What
dun,
is
dun,
the
dun,
XP?
dun.
Yes, you all earn 15 XP.
Oh
Wait.
shit.
Yeah.
So that means I
Animal
have...
companion in no time.
I actually already get it now. That is just enough to get my first rank, but I need multiple ranks to get a polar bear dog.
What was the title of today's chapter?
Finding bubbles.
Check find bubbles.
There are two of them now.
Finding bubbles.
I was going to say the twins.
Ooh, I like the
Oh,
twins.
Twins is good. Yeah, we need to have a mother-daughter bonding episode between Asiya and Avari.
Of course.
Yes.
You know what? When we inevitably go to Ba Sing Se instead of going to the Northern Water Tribe, we will have our Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Oh yeah.
No, not that.
Let's do it. Let's just skip over Appa alone.
Well, this is
Let-
Appa alone.
Let's skip over, though, like, Tears from the Vine.
No,
Falling.
stop.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh.
No. Get out of here. Oh,
You know, I
yeah.
translated that song into Mandela.
Oh, did you really?
Fuck.
Yes, I did.
Just to fuck with somebody too.
I did it to fuck with Marn.
That's so mean.
That
Why'd
was
you do
pretty
that?
funny. That was
That is-
really actually quite funny.
Mm-hmm. I did it.
Oh, well,
And next week, same time.
Yeah, next week, same time, and you will, one way or the other, find Bubbles next week.
Oh.
One
One
way
way
or
or
the
find
other.
bubbles.
what does that mean?
So
It
What
means
does
that
that mean?
it means that you shouldn't save up for the animal companion talent.
I already have it.
it's not for bubbles though.
No, I want to get Beastmaster for bubbles.
I love that half this party has animal companion.
I
Haven't met mine yet, and I'm happy about it.
When we get to the Fire Nation, I will get animal companion for a Firehawk.
Yes. You name it Hockey?
No.
I
I'm
want
not gonna name it Hockey. It's gonna be Falcon.
Name him Bruce.
What silhouette is a polar bear dog again?
It
Probably
would be
two.
two.
Large.
Probably two.
If
Yeah,
you
but I do
can
need a second ring.
writing anything makes it silhouette two.
My
Being
gut
able
tells
to
me
write it.
two, but I'm gonna look it up, and I'm about to be like, oh, look at it be one or some dumb shit.
Well,
No.
here's the thing. Anything that you can ride
Has to be silhouette.
has to be
Higher
silhouette two.
than you.
Yes.
Yeah,
it has-
that's correct, and also it is silhouette 2. Speed 3, handling 2.
That's
Handling
a.
2.
Yo,
That
Oh,
seems nutty.
You know what? I
Mhm.
need to
Should
get
probably be
what.
hand-
What
I
is
think it should be
that?
a handling based on how
Like how you
well
roll.
trained it is.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
put 0 here.
There
in
should
the-
probably be there should be a talent. There should be a talent that increases your handling when on an animal.
Changed Polar
Like
bear dog handling to 0.
Like an animal handler, something like that.
Oh well, animal actually, that one talent that deals with animals specifically, that one would involve that. Yes.
It's I think it's the hunter talent.
Can I
It
put-
was called Hunter in SWRPG. I think in the talents expanded when they added it in, they called it animal expertise. Uh, da, da, da. That being said, I'm going to end the stream there. As always, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. And if you miss any part, you can catch us on YouTube in 2 or 3 days. As always, stay frosty.